welcome into today's show. My name is Joey Peterson. I am your host. We're going to talk about a gift that the Baltimore Ravens got from the Green Bay Packers. And I know, a little bit random that it's from Green Bay, but I think you'll understand why in just a second. And then, after that, we're going to explain to you what that means for Monday Night Football against the Detroit Lions. Speaking of that game, we will be live tonight for it, and this is what you can expect. 1 hour of a pregame tailgate, me, producer Gage, and all the Ravens fans we can get in there just chopping it up, going back and forth, talking about the game. Then once the game starts, I give you play-by-play analysis. It's an awesome fan environment, okay? Sunday Night Football, week 1, we had over 280,000 views. Monday Night Football, it's going to be just that big. So make sure to come in and hang out with a bunch of people. We'll also be doing a jersey raffle at the end of it. So subscribe, turn on those notifications, and join us tonight for Ravens, of course, taking on the Detroit Lions. So the Packers, they took on the Lions week 1 in Lambeau Field, and they absolutely dominated that game. The final score was 27-13, and the final score makes it look a lot closer than it actually was because Green Bay was unbelievably dominant in this one. Detroit scored a garbage time, albeit unbelievable, late touchdown catch from Isaac Tesla, but it was garbage time. Like a minute left. They were down 3 scores before that. And so it really should have been 27-6. Green Bay was all over them. And I'm talking about all over them defensively. Detroit running backs, Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, also known as Sonic and Knuckles, probably the best running back duo in the entire National Football League. They combined to average just 2.7 yards each time they touched. And I'm not talking yards per carry. I'm talking yards every time they touched it. That's including in the passing game as well. But since I mentioned yards per carry, let's talk yards per carry. 2.1 for Jahmyr, 2.3 for David Montgomery in that game. That's just a year removed from 2024 where they averaged 5.6 and 4.2. Green Bay just absolutely stifled. Okay? And honestly, they weren't the only ones that struggled against Green Bay as well because Jared Goff looked horrible. 225 yards. And, they were down the whole game. They had to pass pretty much the entirety of the fourth quarter. He still only got 225. A touchdown, an interception. His expected points added per play was negative 0.9. His average yards per catch was, his average yards was 3.3. When he threw it down the field. Average yards per completion, 3.3. So, why was Green Bay so successful? Well, Jeff Hafley looked at what they did last season. And last season, they blitzed Detroit more than any other opponent. 41% of his dropbacks over their 2 meetings. Remember, those teams play twice a year, same division. Well, in week 1, Jeff Hafley took a massively different approach. Goff had 44 dropbacks. Hafley only blitzed him 4 times. And that's a blitz percentage of only 9.1%. So over the 2 meetings last year, they averaged a 40% blitz rate. That dropped down 31% in week 1 to 9. So what Green Bay did, and this is the gift, is they gave Baltimore the blueprint of how to beat Detroit. We saw a team do it just 2 weeks ago. They showed it to us. You got the film for it. You know exactly how they did it. But here's the big key. You have to be able to pressure the quarterback with 4 players. And that's the big question, is will Baltimore be able to do that? Hopefully they can. This game result is going to, in my opinion, hinge on if they can or not. But if they can do that, we're going to talk a little bit more about Baltimore's pressure, their defensive line, Jeff Hafley, all that in just a second. But if they can do that, Monday Night Football is going to be special. Okay? Who do you got in the game? Ravens or Lions? I need you to claim your allegiance right now. If you're rocking with the Ravens, give me a BAL. And if for whatever reason you're rocking with the Lions, go ahead, give me a DET in the comment section down below. I got an awesome deal for you guys, okay? You're going to want to listen up. I promise you. If you download the Prize Picks app and use code CLNS, you get $50 in lineups when you just play your first $5 lineup. That is an unbelievable deal. You and I, we make decisions every single day. But on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. So don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Prize Picks puts all their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. Prize Picks also offers injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. You could double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. And I love the injury reboots that Prize Picks offers, because say this is your Prize Picks lineup. You have the moron Zay Flowers, half a rush yard. You have the moron Derrick Henry, 87.5 rush yards, and the moron Amon-Ra St. Brown, half a receiving touchdown. Well, say St. Brown goes down in the first quarter. You feel like you're screwed, right? Well, not with Prize Picks. They got that injury reboot, and you could still win even if one of your players goes down. So download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. The link to this promo is in the comments and description of today's video. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. So if you blitz Goff, what Detroit's able to do, what he's able to do as a quarterback, because I have my opinions on Jared Goff. I'm sure you have your opinions on Jared Goff as well. He's got hell of a weapons, and he's also smart. So he can hurt you in the quick with Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, and either of those backs out of the backfield. Now, the good thing on that is the Ravens only blitz 17.5% of the time in 2025. That's 27th best in the NFL. That's bottom 6 in the league, okay? But the thing is if you don't get pressure on Goff with 4, then he's going to hurt you. And he did it against Chicago this last week. He put up 52 points against the Bears. Why? Because when the Bears didn't blitz, they couldn't get to him with 4 guys. He had all day to sit back there in the pocket, pat it, and deliver a throw. Their offensive line has only allowed 14 pressures on 72 pass block snaps this season. That's 7th best in the National Football League. And when you look at them as a whole, Green Bay was able to take advantage. Obviously, Chicago was not. But I see one major deficit when you look at the pressures allowed from their guys. Mahogany and Ratelidge on that interior. 4 each. At the right guard and the left guard spot. With Penei Sewel, it's simple. He's just got to do what he was able to do last week against a 3-time All-Pro guard in Wyatt Teller and just embarrass people with a swim move. I mean, look at this play right here. You would think Penei Sewel is a 3-year vet, 4-year vet, going up against a rookie, and in reality, it's the exact opposite. And not only did he swim move him, put him on the ground and get past him, but he finished the play. He made the tackle. That is what is most important. Okay? If you can get there with 4, if you can pressure Jared Goff with 4 players, you can win the ball game. You will win the ball game. I'm looking at a guy like Mike Green. He's got to step up. Okay? Kyle Van Noy, we know he's going to be out for multiple weeks. Mike Green, Tavius Robinson, this is your time to shine as well. It can be done. Green Bay did it, and they gave you the gift of how to do it. Okay? That's going to do it for today's show. Make sure you guys get me on social media. You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at JoeyPeterson8. If you're not subscribed to us right here on the YouTube channel, change that very, very simply by just going down below. You'll find a big red subscribe button. Just go ahead and tap that thing. It's free to do so. It doesn't cost you a dime. Doesn't sign you up for like any mailing list. You know, I think that's a worry that some people get. Oh, am I going to get daily emails? No, you won't. You'll probably end up just forgetting about it, okay? So, subscribe to the channel. Daily coverage. Only your Baltimore Ravens right here at the Baltimore Ravens Rundown.